morning, friends. It is Tuesday, September 7th. It's 10:30. I just finished eating and I have yesterday's Dutch Bros coffee. This is the grasshopper with oat milk and it's delicious, but I'm very I can't drink a lot of caffeine anymore like I used to because I quit caffeine for almost 3 months. And now I can barely drink coffee. This is from yesterday and I think I had this much out of the top, so it's fine. You know what? I actually prefer being a little caffeine intolerant, let's say. Friends, I'm moving. My husband and I are moving to Washington State. And many of you know that we currently reside in the state of Utah. I've been here almost 12 years. I moved out literally on New Year's Eve of 2009. So I think that's right. I'm pretty sure I moved out at 18, I did. And I only spent a minimal amount of time back at my parents' house in my early 20s. And now I'm 30 and I have wanted to leave the state of Utah for a very long time. Nothing inherently super wrong with it. I mean, politically, I don't really agree with the state, and religiously, I don't agree with the state, nor does my husband. So there's a lot of that. But I also think that I'm the kind of person that can make a home just about anywhere if I had to. And I have great friends I'm gonna be leaving behind. You know, it's a bittersweet thing, but ultimately we're moving to Washington State. We originally thought we were gonna end up in Oregon because I feel I mean, I'm not gonna say never. As a Sagittarius rising woman, I'm a wandering soul, period. So I don't even know if this is gonna be the forever location. It's just time, you know? Do you ever feel you just outgrow a space? I feel even this house I have outgrown, and I'm hoping to do a moving vlog at some point as well. We're not moving until October, but I have a mountain of boxes in front of me that I'll show you in a moment. We have been just slowly packing. I honestly wish we were moving tomorrow. I kind of hate this in between because it's so close. I'm trying to think of what else has super changed. My financial situation changed dramatically. Y'all, I feel last year when I showed you my vision board, I feel I just need to update you on the status of that, because last year we went over my vision board and then we also made a new one in a vlog last fall. And that vision board, I'm gonna say 80% of the things on it have happened or have come true. And I cannot recommend vision boarding enough. Even when you think you're not actively working on your manifestations, I swear to you that vision board does something. It does something even if it's on a subconscious level to my brain. It works. It works. And I feel so much of my life has just changed. I got a new car recently. I own an SUV now, which I have never had before. I'm moving to probably the nicest place I have ever lived, aside from living in my parents' home growing up. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment, but it's a luxury apartment. My husband's working from home again, which he will be full remote when we move anyway. In the new place, I will have my own office space, which I'm so excited about. I'm going to do a little bit of reading. I will link this book down below for y'all in case you want to check it out. Oh, let me take these off so you can see my face. I probably have glasses marks. I always have those in my videos. I am about to get into a tarot reading that I actually started a couple of days ago. I do this a lot. I wanted to talk to you kind of about work because I am actually in my 10th house transit right now, which the 10th house, everybody goes through a 10th house transit once a year. And the 10th house is the career house. So right now I am career focused, which is so interesting to me because normally we do something called YouTober on the channel, and we've done YouTober even on my old gaming channel. I did it for years. It's actually a KhloeNegrete thing, which if you don't follow KhloeNegrete's channel, I don't even know what you're doing. She's great. And speaking of which, I actually have a video that I did on KhloeNegrete's channel because I'm part of her Co's community on one of her channels that is another pick a card if you've never seen it. I'll link it for you. If you're a Co's member, you can see it. So it's a whole thing. Anyways, my point being to all of this is that I'll do this no, I just lost my train of thought. Oh, usually in the month of September, I'm so busy because I'm pushing content for YouTober, which usually is a video a day the month of October. But this year, because I'm moving boxes, because I'm moving this year, that's not happening. We're not doing a YouTober this year, and I'm okay with that. I think that is actually a good thing for my mental health as well, to not put myself through that. But usually this time period is very productive for me, and I'm actually taking the opposite approach right now. I've noticed, and maybe some of you will relate, I've noticed in my life that working hard and having a strong work ethic was something that was always very, very, very praised in my household. My father was always very praised for basically being a workaholic and never being around. And then we had my mother, who was very demonized for relaxing more. And I actually think that both of my parents, this is just facts from my perspective, I'm not trying to drag anybody, but I feel like both of my parents were two extremes. Like my dad on one hand was very much a workaholic, and still I think is to some degree, and my mom is very, very unmotivated and doesn't really do much of anything. And again, two extremes. So of course, because I saw my dad as a child being the one who was praised constantly, I really took that in. And also, I've said this before, but my father and I have very similar birth charts. We're both Virgo 10th house. We're both Sagittarius risings. We're both Taurus suns. We have a lot of the same placements. And we're very similar people, but, which is kind of cute and kind of annoying. And every time I try to read my dad's birth chart to him, I start crying because I see so much of myself there. But in any case, obviously they're different because everybody's chart is different, but there's just a lot of similarity. Also, the air just kicked on, but it's hot outside, so apologies for the noise. But my point to bringing all of this up is I'm taking the opposite approach in that I'm actually not working as much, and because if you've listened to the podcast episode that should be out already, I talked about my mental health and I gave like a really big update on what had been happening. I had several panic attacks the month of June, and I have just been like relearning myself for the past several months, and I am getting better. I feel a lot better, truly. Like I actually feel better. It's not like, and I'm like afraid to trust it. I'm like, oh, I've been feeling like garbage for so many months that I'm like scared to trust that it could be good, but we're just leading into it. We're just going with it. And I actually think a lot of the reason I'm feeling better, which is such a privilege that I'm even able to do that, is I really put work on the back burner, and many of you have probably noticed that on the channel. There haven't been very many uploads this month. I do have a lot of transitioning going on in my own life with moving and such, so I think that's to be expected. But normally I would push myself to still get the same level of content out and move at the same time. And I just said no, like mentally I cannot handle that. I cannot handle working the crazy hours that I was working. And if I have to take a pay cut, if people get disappointed in me, like that's just how it's gonna have to be, because without me, this wouldn't exist. And so I have to take care of me. And I'm saying that more for myself than for you. I'm reminding myself. But what I've done during this whole career focused transit is I used to work like 12 hours every time I would sit down to work. And now I limit my time to a 4-hour block where it's 2 hours, lunch, 2 hours. And I actually find that I get more work done than I thought. I don't get as much done as I did prior when I was doing 12 hours, but I get more done than I thought because I'm more focused and I'm better rested. So I show up to work better. I feel like my readings have only gotten better. And I feel like I'm able to give more because of that. Even like, it's like value over quantity, if that makes sense. So, I often do this though, where I will start a reading and then my energy will dip and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna walk away from this for like the next day. And I just leave it out because I can do that on my desk here. It's in front of me, that's why I'm pointing at it, but you can't see it. And so I have this reading that was already all set up that I just need to get back to. Hello there, pile number 2, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the unicorn horn bath bomb, this is going to be the reading for you. Hi friends, and welcome to my kitchen. I'm gonna make some salad for lunch. I've been following this account on TikTok called the Salad Lab, or I think it's just called Salad Lab, and they make fabulous salads every day. And so I bought like literally $100 worth of salad ingredients 3 or 4 days ago, and every day I've been doing salad for lunch. And my husband and I do like a big salad and split it for lunch. I have so many options, so let's see what we concoct today, friends. First thing is first, we obviously need this. I usually start with a dressing in the bottom, so I'm gonna go see what kind of dressing I'm feeling today. The first thing I'm actually gonna do is put this on the stove. If you can get access to this somewhere, this is the best plant-based vegan chicken on the market. This is not necessary if you don't want to do like processed stuff. You could do air-fried tempeh for a protein, or garbanzo beans in this salad, and it would be really good. But I'm just gonna throw this in this pan. I put a little spray oil, and then I just cover it on relatively high heat. It's like a 7, I think, on mine. And I'll mix it up a few times, but we're just gonna let that cook while we do everything else. All right, so I just thought I would show you what I've done here. So I did about a tablespoon of balsamic. Actually, I think I did 2. A tablespoon and a half of avocado oil, a tablespoon of maple syrup, parsley, and I also used a little squeeze, like maybe a tablespoon of this vegan mayonnaise from Best Foods. This is totally optional. I just like the creamy texture it gives, so I like to use that. And then salt and pepper and fresh crushed garlic. So I'm gonna whisk this up in the bottom and then start building my salad on top before I toss everything. One final look before we toss, I'm just gonna tell you everything that's in it. So we have 50-50 spinach and spring mix, baby spring mix. The chicken that I've chopped up, it's still kind of warm, which I like because it kind of melts this plant-based cheese a little. This is, I'll put a picture of this one on the screen because it's marketed like a feta cheese by Violife, but to me, it reminds me of goat cheese when I used to eat dairy. So really great cheese. It's good on so many salads. Crushed pecans, craisins, and then there's a little bit of sliced Bosque pear, I think. I think that's the kind of pear it is. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and toss this and then serve it for me and my husband. It's probably too loud out here for this, but I'm gonna sit outside and enjoy my lunch because it's nice outside in the shade. I have my little salad, and I have a swing chair out here that eventually you'll see more of when I move. I just live on a really busy open street, and I'm not trying to dox myself. So I'll show it to you probably when I move. You'll get to see like my patio area in its entirety. But I'm gonna enjoy my lunch and then get back to reading. Hi friends, this is Editing Chloe from the future. I did not have an ending for this vlog, and I never picked the camera back up that night, but I finished my salad, and then I don't even know what I did for the rest of the day. I feel like I ended up just doing whatever. My cycle decided to visit me that day unexpectedly, so it just kind of went bleh after that, and I was like, you know what? I'll just end that vlog at another time. So thank you so much for following me around. Do not forget to check out the Patreon, the TikTok, the Instagram, my podcast, all those good things. Links are gonna be down below for you. And let me know how you're feeling about the vlog situation. I feel like this one was a lot more like sit down chatty because the world is in a state right now, and I'm not trying to be outside my home 24/7, and there's just a lot going on. Like, look at this box mountain behind me. Like, we're doing the most right now. So but let me know if you want to see a moving vlog, and usually we do an anniversary vlog, me and my spouse, every year. So let me know if you want to see those, and I will catch you in a future one, pumpkin. Remember, when you stand in your own authenticity, you empower everyone around you to do the same, and I'll see you next time.